This video will serve as a nice little review for the concept of slope. And slope we define as the rate of change between the independent variable, usually y, and the dependent variable, which is usually x. And more in line with what you might remember is that slope is usually represented by the variable m, and it is equal to the change in y divided by the change in x, or, more commonly, rise over run. And slope can be shown in a variety of ways. There are 4 types of slope. There is your positive slope, where you have a line or some sort of graph that is moving uphill. If, however, your line is moving downhill from left to right, we would say we are looking at a negative slope. If we see something drawn that is entirely flat, this would be a situation where we have zero slope, or just no hill, and the term for that is horizontal. And finally, if we are looking at a picture that is straight up and down, that is a situation where we have an undefined slope, kind of like falling off a cliff. And our word for that is vertical. So let's talk about slope using the graph that you see on your screen. And we're going to calculate slope using this graph. Step 1 for that, we're going to use the 2 points given, -2, -1, and 4, 3, and count the y change between them. Count the rise. And for this problem, between the 2 points, you rise up by 4 units. Step 2, we're going to count the run, or the x change, the distance between these 2 points horizontally. Looks like 6 units from left to right. And to write slope, this variable m, we write it as rise over run. Using those 2 numbers, that would give us 4/6. Now this is a fraction that can be reduced by dividing both parts by 2, and we get a slope of 2/3. And the last thing you really want to do is confirm if this should be a positive or negative slope. Well, it sure looks like this blue line from left to right is moving uphill, so that slope will remain a positive 2/3. But it is also possible to calculate slope from 2 points without needing to see the graph. We can use our slope formula, which states that our slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Difference of the y's over difference of the x's. So if we use our same 2 points from the graph, -2, -1, and 4, 3, let's label those with x1, y1, and x2, y2. Going to our formula, we will get that our slope equals 3 minus -1, our 2 y values subtracted, over 4 minus -2. What's important is those double negatives, those will become positives. So 3 minus the -1 will become 3 plus 1, 4 minus the -2 will become 4 plus 2, and we end up with 4/6, which can be reduced to be the exact same slope that we calculated from the picture, 2/3. So the important thing to note is you can calculate slope from a graph or from just points using the formula, but you must know both ways. That's all I have for this slope review. Thank you for watching.